Hi everyone, what are you doing? Guys, what are we doing? Are we doing something? I'm talking about hobby somethings. You know, like the arts, crafting, blorking, touching grass, expanding your mind, blorking, moving your body, collecting things. Blorking. In my opinion, hobbies are one of the things that make life worth living. If work and obligations are the things that suck the soul out of our withered husks, then hobbies are the reverse suck. They blow the soul back into us. I don't know. Hobbies add so much to our lives. They give us a sense of purpose, accomplishment, escape, and fulfillment. They're proven to reduce our stress, improve our mental health, and they're important in building a positive relationship with yourself and a healthy sense of identity. Lately, it's felt a lot harder to have a hobby. People are working more and more, which is taking time away from having hobbies. People are isolated more and more, especially in car-dependent areas, where it's difficult to go somewhere to do a hobby or meet up with people. And life is getting more and more expensive, which is making some hobbies prohibitive. I mean, $500 for a season pass to ski? What is this nonsense? In my opinion, the commodification of hobbies has also muddied the water. I'm sure you've seen what I'm talking about.
Top 10 alpha hobbies to be a total alpha dominator. The ultimate hobbies that signal wealth.
And so on and so on. While these types of resources might introduce people to very valid hobbies they enjoy, I think it's difficult to enjoy hobbies and reap the benefits if you're doing them for validation from others or to signal something. If you're collecting watches because you love the artistry of watches and you love the engineering and their mechanisms and you're a student of the watch, that's great. But if you're taking up watch collecting as a hobby to impress others, you're doing no one but the debt collectors a favor. I've also seen associations with hobbies being childish, that adults shouldn't have hobbies, and in my opinion, this couldn't be further from the truth. We live in some pretty frickin' fricked up times right now, guys, okay? The world is frickin' fricked up, and we owe it to ourselves and our sanity to have something to ground us. Yet, as we age and as we take on more responsibilities, we lose touch with our hobbies. Some of us might not have even found something that resonates with us. So, how do we find a hobby that works? How do we do something? Anything. I'm gonna break it down step by step. Step 0, do this for yourself. Do not do something because you want to look cool to others. Do not do something to be something you aren't. Do something that speaks to you. Do not worry about the cringe. Do not worry about what other people are going to think. Do something because you're passionate about it and be authentic to yourself, no matter how hard it can be. This is for you guys. This is your hobby. This is your thing. This is your baby. Step 1, reflect on why it's important for you to have a hobby. Why are you trying to find a hobby? Do you need a break from the realities of life, or do you need something to ground you to reality? There are so many good reasons for someone to have a hobby, but if you can figure out the reason for you, it'll make it easier to find something that resonates with you. For example, if you're someone that has a lot on your plate and you want something to be more present, you might have a hobby rooted in nature. You might like to escape into the mountains and eat some mushrooms from time to time to feel more connected to the earth, and that's cool. But if you're prone to psychotic episodes, please, for the love of God, don't do this. Step 2, find what's important for you in a hobby. I have a lot of hobbies that have become jobs that involve me being online. For example, YouTube or music. Just check that out right there. I love making music. It is to this day my absolute passion and calling, but as a result, as I've been on the internet more and more, it's made me come to realize that I actually really love being off the internet. So to me, it's really important I can do a hobby that has zero Wi-Fi capability. I'm the furthest thing from an athlete. I'm pretty uncoordinated. I could be standing perfectly still holding a cup of water in a glass box with zero wind and zero outside influences and still find a way to drop the thing. Yet most of the hobbies I do these days to decompress revolve around athletic pursuits. I love going to the gym, I've gotten back into rollerblading, and I'm dipping my toe into mountain biking. But you might be the total opposite. You might be living on a sheep farm with no one around for 50 miles craving human connection. I mean, there's only so many times you can play dress up with your sheep. Too much grass. So for you, maybe no lifing in MMO is exactly what you need. Step 3, break down your interests. There are so many different disciplines in humanity. People have found ways to move their bodies in beautiful ways that we didn't think were possible. People have conjured their dreams onto leaves of paper with nothing but ink and color. People have created sculptures of deities. People have made intrusive fan fictions and fan art. There's absolutely something out there for everyone. Are you into science and technology? Are you into arts and culture? Do you like wigs? A good jumping off point for this is thinking about the subjects you liked in school the most, then break it down even further. For example, if you like the arts, what about the arts interests you? Is it painting? Is it how the paints are made? You might have zero interest in painting, but you might find yourself fascinated by the paint making process. You might start experimenting with mixing different pigments to make different kinds of colors. Then you might find yourself interested in actually making the paint. Don't be afraid to get super niche with it. There are tons of people who find themselves doing very, very niche things like dice making, light show laser programming, or staging BDSM roleplay with bug carcasses and encasing them in resin. The more you explore your interests, the more you're likely to find something that you're passionate about. Step 4, experiment. No matter what you pick, you've got to try it. If you don't try it, you won't know if you like it. There's a bit of a trap here in that, people like to start planning something because it feels good to plan things as if we were to do it, and that's why so many people get the gear to start a hobby and then they never follow through. So if you're going to go down this hobby road, make yourself a promise that you're at least going to commit to trying what you're starting. If you thought you might like something and you actually hate it, don't be discouraged. That's just more information for you. Maybe you'll try something you didn't know you would have liked and you love it. So, there you go. Enjoy the free character development. This also means make some time and set aside some time to try your hobby. Put in your calendar, like on Saturday for 30 minutes at like 9:30 a.m. I'm gonna try crochet, or I'm gonna try go to the riverbank and I'm gonna try sketching the river. You've got to make the time to try the thing you want to try. Step 5, don't fall for the consumerist trap. Guys, unfortunately, we live in a world that is more and more expensive with every passing day, and not to mention hobbies are more and more billed as something we need to have the latest gear for, or something we have to do to make ourselves interesting. First off, you're an awesome person regardless of if you have a hobby or not. And second off, not everyone has the resources to do every type of hobby. Certain hobbies are a privilege to have, and that's the unfortunate reality. And not having the funds might cause some people to not try a hobby that requires a lot to get started. There are companies out there that want to prey on you, and they want you to spend your money on their stuff. Don't give them the satisfaction. Of course, if you're doing something technical like animating, eventually you're going to have to upgrade your gear. But in the meantime, until you're at that level, don't feel like you have to get the newest tablet that comes out or the latest software. Start in a place you're comfortable with, preserve your hard-earned cash, so that when you do find something you're passionate about, you can progress at a comfortable rate that won't bankrupt you. And if you're the type of person who's lacking the resources to get started in a hobby, there are ways you can still get going. There might be gear you can borrow from friends or family, used equipment you can find online, trading, or you might have to consider other options until you can get to a place where you can fund your hobby. Some of the most ancient hobbies that connect us with our humanity are, in my opinion, some of the ones that cost the least, like writing or even singing. The last thing I want to say is I would highly encourage you to try not to monetize your hobby. For some people that might not be possible. You might have to monetize your hobby in order to do it, or you might have to monetize your hobby in order to justify the time you spend on it. But if you can avoid it, you probably should. Have something sacred for yourself. Don't subject your precious hobby to the judgment of others online, and don't give your hobby the job mentality. It's different if you want to turn your hobby into your job, but then you have to think about it as a second job, and you have to be prepared for that. If you want to monetize your hobby, you have to prepare for it to feel like work sometimes. Anyways, you've absolutely got this. Go out there and have some fun. Don't forget, this is all about having fun, and this is all about being something for yourself. I hope all of this helped. That's about it. Okay, bye.